Hello, for those of you who are still here and unwilling to leave, I actually have a very powerful story that I want to share with you. The story's name is called src 2.0 Mission. Now, let's talk about the story. The story begins in 1985. A 7-year-old boy in Taiwan was watching television, the cartoons, and after watching his favorite cartoon show, one of the Buddhist monks appeared on the television. The monk mentioned about the world hunger problem. A lot of children are dying every day, every hour, every 20 seconds from world hunger and poverty. He mentioned that he does not envy the most powerful man on earth, and he does not envy the wealthiest and the richest on earth. But he will envy and admire if someone actually come up with a plan to solve this world hunger problem for good. That's when this 7-year-old young boy in Taiwan made up his mind. He just found his dream, that he want to solve this world hunger problem. Soon he come up with a plan that he want to become first a successful business owner, then he want to build an empire that worth at least $1 billion. He want to become a billionaire. Thirdly, he want to invite the other billionaires in the world to join this mission and come up with a solution to solve the world hunger and poverty problem for good. Now the clocks moved to 15 years later. This boy founded his first company in Taiwan called h2ocity.com.tw. He tried to build the first and the largest discount network and marketing network in Taiwan. Within a few years, he was managed to achieve more than 1 million members in his network, which was about 6% of the Taiwan population. He had over 6,000 B2B clients, including brands like 7-Eleven, Sony, Acer, Disney, Family Mart, and High Life, and Taiwan Insurance, and such. But the boy was too eager to grow fast, and he was too naive. He invited so many business partners into his organization without filtering them or interviewing them one by one. He literally accepted everyone who's willing to join. Soon, a few partners are actually unethical. They're lying about their reports. They're not doing anything business related during business hours. And soon when the rest of the partners find out, no one wants to work hard in this company anymore. In Taiwan, we used to have an old saying, one tiny mouse poo can destroy the whole big, fantastic stew of soup. And that's exactly what happened in his business. Very soon, his business crashed, and his dream of solving the world hunger problem finished. He doesn't even achieve stage 1 of his plan. Although this boy was able to exit the company with over $1 million, selling all his stock and shares and loyalties and rights, everything, he knew that he has failed miserably. That $1 million doesn't make any difference or any change, and his impact in the business world or trying to get his voice heard is nearly impossible. After the failure, that boy tried again and again and again and again in over 20 different business in 20 different industries or niches. But each time, he still failed. He never succeeded. After 20 years of long trying of his entrepreneurship journey, he finally decided to quit. He became a full-time house husband of his family. He moved to Australia with his family, and for 5 years he was retired and doing nothing except being a full-time house husband. The year moved back to 2025. Through a prayer while he was talking to God, an idea all suddenly hit in his mind. He realized there's so much money spent in the business world and generated in the business world. If business owners are able and willing to donate just a tiny portion of that into the world hunger and poverty problem, there should be enough funds to solve this problem. So he Googled using AI and asking AI, is this math actually works? And the results were really shocking. AI and him actually found out within a few hours, they found out if just 15%, which is about 1 out of 7 business owners in the world, donate as little as only 0.5% of their revenue to the world non-profit organizations, there's not only enough problem to solve the world hunger problem alone, there is also enough money to solve the water crisis and water pollution problem as well. And the leftover is also enough to fund free education to all the poor around the world. So once they have food on the table, clean water to drink, they were able to achieve with free education to finally end the cycle of poverty for good. The math works. It's just a matter of taking in action and make sure the message gets spread around the world. That boy soon founded his first nonprofit organization called src2.org to promote this business idea, asking business owners to pledge as little as just 0.1% to this cause. And let's all be real here, man. Everyone in the world can afford 0.1%. It's not just an expense, it's actually a marketing asset. It will help the business owners to build brand loyalty, customer loyalty, employee loyalty, also investor loyalty, and there's a lot of side benefits beyond that. Also, all the expenses through donations are mostly tax deductible, so they actually spend a lot less than 0.1%. Because the boy was a consultant and one of his clients was 7-Eleven in Taiwan, he knew that 7-Eleven in Taiwan have to pay their parent company, the 7-Eleven in Japan and USA, 0.3% annually just to use the brand name 7-Eleven. So he knows the math works. Every business in the world are able to afford at least 0.1% to start with. Once they realize the math works and is actually adding more value than what they spend, they can then increase it to 0.2%, 0.3%, 0.4%, and finally reach the goal of 0.5%. And we don't even need 100% of the business owner to join this initiative. we only need about 1 out of 7, which is about 15% of people to join this cause to solve this world hunger problem, poverty problem, water crisis problem, free education problem for good. If we are able to create a movement around the world, this problem of poverty can end within just 1 to 2, maybe 3 decades. And we will be finally all be walking in heaven right here on planet Earth. So we don't have to wait until we die, pray to God that we go to heaven. We can actually all be living in heaven right here on Earth if we can solve this problem together. That's why this boy came back to the business world. He soon founded one NPO, a nonprofit organization called the src2.0.org, which is 100% funded by private angels only, and every income that comes in goes 100% goes directly to Feeding America, Charity Water, and the other organizations they are sponsored and back up with. Sorry, excuse me. So if you want more information about it, just go to the website src2mission.org. That's src number 2 mission.org to read more information about this. In order to prove that this model can work in business world, he also founded his first AI technology company called src2.ai. And src2.ai pledged not just 0.1%, not just 0.5%, not just 1%, but actually 5% of its total revenue for this cause. This company is actually a hybrid between NPO and business. It's like 70% NPO, nonprofit organization, and 30% business driven. The boy is testing this new model in the business world and see if it actually works. His second goal is to build this src2.ai company into a unicorn company, the first unicorn company that is actually powered by src 2.0 initiative. If this works, there will be a lot of PRs, a lot of news, to show the business world that, hey, if this company can grow so quickly with 5% of their revenue donations, why not follow and use this strategy for your rebranding to enhance customer loyalty, investor loyalty, employee loyalty, as such, for starting with just 0.1% of your revenue? And for those of you who are still listening, yes, you guessed it right. That boy is actually me. My name is Ray Lian. I'm the founder of src2mission.org and the founder and CEO of src2.ai. If you like what I'm saying, first, please spend 10 to 20 minutes to go to src2mission.org, read about our mission, our initiative, our plans, and then there's actually 5 different ways you can help out. Number 1, you can start donating just as little as 0.1% of your revenue. That's only 10 cents per every $100 you earned. At that 10 cents, do such a good charity like Feeding America, they are able to put 1 free meal to provide to all the hungry children around the world, all the families in need. Just 0.1%. And they can do it just 10 cents. You cannot buy any food yourself with 10 cents. Even though the food is not great, I guess it's just some rice, some grains, and some nutritions like added vitamins. It actually gives the boy, the children, the family who are hungry in the world hope to live for another day with just one meal a day for 10 cents. You can't beat that, okay? And please, if you pledge, do not send us any money at all, okay? If you send to us even $10, we will send it right back to you. You send it directly to Feeding America or Charity Water, or there will be a list of proven charities that are actually doing a good job at scale so cheaply, so cost effectively that you should just donate that money to them directly. If you are not a business owner, if you are only an individual, you can also donate as little as 0.1% of your income, or maybe 1% of your income to them. Okay? I know if you are a Christian like me, believe in God and Jesus, most churches try to convince you to donate 10% of your income to religions. Please, just direct 0.1% to 1% to charities who are actually doing a really, really good job in the world. I beg you, okay? Just, if you are donating $100 to churches every month, just at least put 10% or 20% of that into NPOs like Feeding America, Charity Water. They do an incredible job. And it doesn't have to be Feeding America or Charity Water. It can be any NPO that you sponsor or you are proud of or you support. You just have to start somewhere, okay? I hope this message gets to the world. I hope this message and this video reach as many people as possible, and people can actually join this movement. So option 1 is to pledge to this src 2.0 model in your business or in your personal income. That's option number 1. Option number 2, we need a lot of volunteers to help us promote this idea to the world. So you can just donate your time. You don't even need to donate money. You can sign up as a volunteer in our organization. No one is ever getting paid in this organization. Not me, not even the assistant, not the low-level, entry-level employee, nothing. Okay, no one's ever going to get paid in this src 2.0 organization. All the infrastructure, all the network, all the tech software that's necessary to run this model are all funded by private investors, angels, who are actually care about this world and support this mission. So we don't need your money, and we just need your time to help, okay? You can donate as little as just 1 hour a week, and I'll run a simple math down to you. Within 1 hour, you can reach at least 20 to 30 different business owners. You can start with your friends who are in the business world, or a successful salesperson, or people with high incomes first. Just ask them to pledge to this mission, donate 0.1% with their business revenue or their income to the cause. That's it. Within 1 hour, you should successfully convince at least 5% of them, which is just one person, okay? And let's assume that one person his business only generates somewhere around $50,000 a month income, okay, or revenue, $50,000. 0.1% of that is $50 a month. $50 a month means 500 free meals for hungry children and families around the world in need every single month. And in 12 months, that's 6,000 free meals a year. You only need to donate 1 hour of your work, and you put 6,000 free meals in in the hungry children's table and the hungry families table every single year. In 10 years, there's 60,000 free meals. In 30 years, there's 180,000 free meals, all starting with just 1 hour of your time as a volunteer. Option number 3, if you are an angel investor, you want to support our cause, you are welcome to join. However, we don't really need a lot of money right now because we run everything so efficiently through AI now. Thank to God, AI is not going to take our jobs if you know how to use AI efficiently. It's actually going to create more opportunities. And AI lower our costs so sufficiently that we can run the organization with just a few $1,000s a month, which even I can support or fund all the whole operation myself without angel investors. But you are welcome to join as a angel investor, or if you work in the VC venture capitalist field, or if you work in the funding and financial field, feel free to reach out. We have a lot of other ways than donating money to us to help us support this mission and make it grow quickly. For example, if you are EGC, sorry, I can't remember the 10, UGC, EGC or ECG venture capital funds owner or maybe a project manager there, you can tell your companies that you support with EGC mission to actually support this src 2.0 model and spread the word out. Once some business are successful at seeing the impact, the positive impact of tax deduction, the increase their brand value, the increased customer loyalty, the increased employee loyalty, the increased investor loyalty, they will all join very soon, starting with just 0.1%. Okay? Once they see the math works, it's actually a positive investment with a big positive ROI, themselves will be able to increase that level to 0.2%, 0.3%, finally in 10 years, reach it to 0.5%. And revenue is so trackable that they cannot audit it or modify it or cook it with their balance sheet or profit and loss statement annually. And they don't have to wait 1 year to donate because it's based on profit. They can donate every month with minimum accounting cost. It's simple math. Your revenue times 0.1%, you donate that to the charity you support. That's it. Simple as that. You can do it daily if you want to. Doesn't have to take 1 year to figure out how much profit you have and then finally decide, how much I'm going to donate. Okay, it's a simple math. Much easier than the old model of CSR 1.0 that they donate up on profits. Okay, much easier and more impactful. That's option number 3. If you are an angel investor, a VC capitalist, or maybe you run a hedge fund, you are in the financial and planning industry, you can support us in many different ways. If you reach out to us, we'll send you some copies, some email templates on how you can help out simply by joining the course and spread the message. That's option number 3. Okay? All option number 1, 2, and 3 are in our website in src2.mission.org. You can just click on the website, fill in the form, and you'll be able to join us. Okay, we will try to reply back to you as soon as possible. And let's change the world together. I wish before I die, I'll be able to see this mission complete, if not in a decade. Before I die, if I can see this mission complete, I'm already in heaven. Okay? I don't need to wait to die to go to heaven. I don't care if there's actually a next life or whatever, but whatever the religion you believe, if you believe in God, if you want to go to heaven, this is the right thing to do right here on earth. Okay? If you are Buddhist like my dad, if you believe in reincarnation, if you believe in the next life, then you must do this. Because who knows? Maybe your next life you were born in one of those poverty countries without food, without clean water. If we can solve this problem in this lifetime, and you reconnect to you reborn to the planet Earth in your next life, you don't want to born in that kind of environment to start with, right? If we can solve this problem for good, and people do get rebirth in this Earth, planet Earth, if that's the way the system works, everyone will at least have minimum food, clean water, and education to start with. That levels the field and solve the poverty problem for good, doesn't it? Okay. Option number 4, which I don't really like to talk about it, but it is an option. Option number 4 is you can go to src2.ai, find out our 12 different services we offer, actually purchase one of our services. Every $2 we generate, we donate 1 free meal, okay, to Feeding America. We donate 5% of our revenue, which is a lot more than what we make a year. We'll probably make 1 to 2% at most in profits, okay, because we keep reinvesting every profit, every dollar back into the business, in AI automation, in our support, in our team, and into our customers. So if you happen to be a business owner who rely their business on phone calls, or if you are like a salesperson with a consultant with a lot of phone calls and you don't want to miss any opportunities, you can use our src2.ai 24/7 AI receptionist technology 2.0. That's why it's called src2. It's the most advanced human voice-like AI receptionist in the world with the best technology available right now in the world. It will qualify your leads automatically. It will help you answer 99% of the most commonly asked questions, like your opening hours, your services you offer, the pricing, your location as such, and book appointments for you automatically on autopilot. So the next morning you wake up, you are likely to see, cling, 1 appointment just booked last night, 2 appointments just booked last night. I actually have an insane case that an HVAC owner had 4 booked appointments overnight. I guess he must sleep really early that day. He probably had a long day and an early morning work. He probably went to sleep by 5 p.m. or maybe 4 p.m. or something like that. That's why a lot of his calls went to went to src2 and actually helped him book 4 automated appointments in just one night. Yeah, that of course that's an extreme case scenario. It doesn't happen to every business owner. You're expecting to add additional about 4 to 10 additional bookings per week, not per night. It doesn't happen to everyone, but it still brings you an insane ROI, because src2.ai AI receptionist service only starts with $9 a day. And you can't beat that, okay? With $9 a day, we also offer unlimited support, unlimited re-editions. You need that to retrain your AI every month or even every week to make sure the AI gets better and better, understand your business, understanding how to answer the questions better, and your brand better every month. And to fine-tune that, most AI advanced technology companies in the AI voice field, they charge somewhere around $3,000 to $5,000 per month just for that kind of support, and we give it to you for free. It's already included in a $9 a day plan. So please book a demo in the src2.ai. Click the link of book a free demo. It's free, and 50% of chance you actually see me showing up in the meeting, that I'm actually the one who's trying to, not to sell you the stuff, but try to understand your business and see if we can actually offer you something valuable to give you an insane ROI with insane 60-day profit performance guarantee, that if it doesn't work in 60 days with a positive ROI, we stop billing you until it does. And we also give you a 7-day free trial. So that's option number 4, that you can support our business. Our mission. The last option is go to src2.ai, become an affiliate, or maybe just refer our services to your friends who are business owners, salespeople, who need some help in AI automation to save some 5 to 10 hours of their weekly job through AI automation, or pick up their missed calls, or become their full-time receptionist with 24/7, 365 coverage. Just join our affiliate program. You also get a lifetime recurring commission of 20%. So that's actually a amount of money. It compounds over time. So there's 5 ways you can help out. Okay? For those of you who stay so long on this video, I'm so honored, okay, that I'm actually in my own house entertainment room, okay, with a big projector screen and 2 really old speakers I bought back from Taiwan. It's like 20 years old speakers, and there's a projector. I don't even have a stand. I just use the cheap stand from Kmart and put some paper box on there to place my projection. But this is my favorite place in my house. Okay, this is my secret place that I go to relax, and I'm so blessed that even though I'm not rich, I wear a $4 t-shirt. It's $4 AUD. Okay, so it's only about $2.70 USD from Kmart here in Australia. I'm so blessed that not only I have food on the table every day, I enjoy really, really good food. Okay, my wife cooks nearly every day, and he's a fantastic cook. That he didn't know how to cook when we get married, but he learned and actually mastered that skill. He's such a good cook, and I love his cake. Okay, so healthy, so cheap, and so tasty. And my golden retriever, our dog Wooly, love it. Every time he saw a cake, he can't stop, he can't resist. He will jump on the table and steal the cake while we're not looking. But my life's nearly perfect. Okay, the only thing that is missing, the only missing piece, is that I feel so sorry to those people who, can't even put food on their table. And the world is so incredibly unfair to those children who are dying every 25 seconds. A young child who are less than 5 years old actually died because they have no food to eat. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so emotional. I know I shouldn't do this in a video, but it just really hurts me every time I think about it. I'm so sorry. The editor, please cut this piece. I don't want people to see this, but please help out, okay? For those of you, I'm so sorry. All right. I don't know what my business partner is going to say. I hope this part gets cut, and probably we can show it to the internal staff only. I don't want this part to leak out to the world. Showing my, I shouldn't break down like this, but it's sorry. It's just we got to do something about this world, man. We got to change this world on how it works, and we can no longer just rely on billionaires. They are already trying their best. Elon Musk, I think he said if someone can come up with a plan to solve the pollution problem over the ocean or something like that, or poverty problem for 1 billion or 10 billion or something like that, he will gladly pay it himself. Okay? And Warren Buffett, he's trying to convince people to, donate 100% or 99% of their wealth after they die to donations. And like Melinda Gates, the ex-wife of Bill Gates, he's doing everything she can to help the world. And the ex-wife of Jeff Bezos, sorry, I forgot her name. She's trying everything. There's a lot of people and a lot of billionaires who are actually true and what's the word? Fundamentalists. Sorry, my English is my fourth language, but you get the idea. They are the true people who care about the world and actually trying to make a difference. But there's only a tiny group of billionaires, okay? They can't do it alone. We need to act right now. So please, at least spend 10 to 20 minutes. If you have the time, this video is now 35 minutes, okay? Even with the cutting, this video is over 30 minutes. If you have the time to watch me talk about bullshit like this for 30 minutes straight, you have 30 minutes or at least 10 minutes to go to the website src2.0, take a look, and act on it. Okay? Don't just sit on the couch comfortably yourself and try to enjoy your own life. You need to make a difference. You never know. Maybe Buddhism is right. Maybe you maybe you rebirth back into earth in your next life, and you never know. You don't want to end up in the poverty country or poverty place with no food and polluted water that you actually still need to walk 10 kilometers to get it to your house and then drink polluted water with lots of bacteria that will actually cause so many diseases, and you'll probably 99% of you won't make it to age 20 to become an adult. Okay? We need to do something about this. I don't care what your religion. You can be a Christian, you can be a Muslim, you can be whatever religion you believe to. You have to act on it. Okay? I believe this is a message from God. That's why I always end my video with God bless 2.0. Because I believe AI technology today and our world's we are living in the richest, the wealthiest history in human history at the modern age. I believe there's two blessings from God that we can actually change this world by ourselves. But God can't do everything. He gave us free will. Okay? Use that well. Make the wise decisions in your life and start making an impact. I beg you to start right now. Click away from this video. Stop watching my bullshit that I'm saying. Go to src2mission.org. Stop making an impact. That's it. That's my message to the world. Okay? I don't know about today's date. I'm going to have a look. Okay, today is Sunday, 29th of March. It's 7:57 a.m. here in Brisbane, Australia. I'm in my house now. I hope this message gets to the world, okay? And you know what? I'm not going to stop talking. I'm going to keep talking. Simply because for those of you who stay so long for this video, I really consider you my family, not just my friend, okay? There's only like 0.001% of you who are actually read this fucking boring video until the end. That most people don't care about the others, they care about themselves. And for you to actually watch this video to this stage, I believe in some way we are connected. Maybe through God, through cloud, through our religion, or maybe in Buddhism, maybe in our past life, we have some connections. Maybe you were my best friend 10 lives ago. I don't know. But somehow we are connected. That's why this message reached to you. Okay? So please visit src2.org if you want to. You can click pause in this video. I'm going to keep talking. However, please visit that and take the action first. If you're still bored, if you still want to hear me keep talking about my life and my bullshit, yeah, you can stay. It's okay. I'm just going to keep talking until this video hits 1 hour, okay? Which will be the longest video I ever filmed in my life. Maybe not in my life, but in a long time. That's over 1 hour with one single shot, okay? So I'm not going to shut up for another 20 minutes. Okay, let me think about what I can talk about myself. Okay, I'll tell you a little bit about myself and my history, okay? as I already told you in the first part of the video, when I was 7 years old, I was blessed to see that Buddhas and monk talk about the world hunger problem, and someone should step up and solve this problem. And who knows, the one who actually take action and make an impact on the world in this mission, you could be the next Nobel Prize Peace Award winner. Who knows, man? Sky's the limit. Okay, just copy my ideas. I don't care. You can change it to something like src 3.0, 4.0, or change the name to CSR 4.0, 2.0, whatever. Rebrand it yourself and promote the idea. The math works. Okay, donate revenue. Start with 0.1%. That's it. Business or individual, start with 0.1% and makes a difference. There's so many ways to make it work. Okay, if 0.1%, if 15% of business donate 0.5%, no problem solved. If they only donate 0.1%, we actually need 75% of business owners to join. Okay, simple math, a little twist, but it still works. But what if people also donate 1% or 2% of their revenue or their income, their salary? The math compounds and grow quickly. Okay, so that was over 2. That's way number 2. Number 3, we spent bloody fucking, I think it's about 1.8 trillion, I can't remember the exact figure, on weaponry, okay? Tools to destroy each other. 1.8 trillion or something like that. We have the figure on the website. You can have a look, okay? Something like that every single year. And if we just take 3.3% out of it, which is only 1 out of 30, of the money we spend on weaponry, on inventions, on technologies, on how we can kill each other more efficiently, if we can just redirect 3.3% of that money, the world poverty problem is solved, man. Isn't that bloody fucking incredible? Okay, we spend 30 times more money than to solve the water crisis problem, the food shortage problem, the lack of free education problem. We spent 30 times more money into weaponry to find out a better way, a more efficient way to kill each other more efficiently. Isn't that the biggest joke in our life? Man, I can't stand it. I don't know about you, but I can't stand it, man. Someone should stand up and do something about it, okay? If you are Oprah Winfrey, you should press release about this kind of stuff. If you are the former president of Obama or the wife of Obama, you should spread the message and the word. No, every country should decrease their weaponry or military expense by just 3.3% each year, and we can solve the world poverty and world hunger and water crisis and educational problem for good. Okay, if this message happen to reach those powerful people in the world who can actually make a difference in the world, like Mr. Beast, the #1 YouTube influencer in the world, well, please do something to spread the message. Let make the people in the world wake up, okay? Realize the realities out there. We are all blessing folk. If you are watching my video, it means we all have no food shortage problem. We all have clean water to live. We even have a house to live, okay? We have educations, and we got free internet. We even got a phone or computer to watch this video, okay? We need to wake up that a lot of people, I'm not just talking about thousands, I'm not just talking about millions, I'm talking about hundreds of millions, okay? Billions of people are still suffering every single day. And as a human being, we are not low life like bugs, okay? Even my dog Wooly have a lot of sympathy. We are human, okay? Have some sympathy. Do something about it, okay? Don't just sit there, watch my bullshit video, and then do nothing. Act on it. Okay, last 15 minutes. I'm going to talk about my life for those of you who are still interested and still watching, okay? I already said in the first part of the story, when I'm 7, I had this dream. I want to solve world hunger problem. I want to become a billionaire and then get connect with people like Bill Gates or the wealthiest in the world. You have to be at least a billionaire to get connected to them. And then I'm going to invite them to a network, run a mastermind, try to come up with the best solution to solve the world hunger problem for good. Okay, that was my initial plan, but it failed miserably because I'm such a bad entrepreneur. Okay, I just couldn't make it. Okay, I couldn't make $1 billion. I tried and tried. I started my first business when I was 16, and I tried and tried. I failed and failed. Okay, it's been 32 years. I may have made over $2 million through my exits or business and things like that. But even though I own a few properties around the world, I live quite well. That I'm nowhere near to reach out to them because I'm a nobody. I'm a failure in business world. Okay, 32 years and still only minimum success. That's actually a failure to me. All right. So anyway, I grew up in Taiwan. Okay, so I speak Taiwanese and Mandarin, what two of my native language back in Taiwan. When I was 13, our family decided to immigrate to New Zealand. So we went to New Zealand. I studied there at Howard College for a few years. And then when I was 16 or 17, I skipped 1 or 2 grades. I went to University of Auckland as a Bachelor of Commerce, double majoring marketing and economics. And that's when I learned that my professor told me that in year 1, you are actually learning the theory that's 50 years ago that's no longer working. And they don't tell you that in day 1. They tell you that at the end of the year, okay? And if you want to learn the more new theory, you need to keep this and take year 2 and continue this course for year 2, okay? After year 2, they will tell you the series you'll learn all year is actually 20 years ago, which again is no longer working in today's world. Both economics and marketing, they won't admit it, but that's actually applies to marketing courses as well. The 3rd year, they will tell you, well, you actually learned the old series 10 years ago. If you want to learn the modern series, then you need to take the master's course or become a PhD student. Okay, I don't know about the other fields, but at least in economics, that was the case. And what else? Okay, when I was 19, I moved to Brisbane to study with my older sister Sandy in University of Queensland. She was doing a PhD there. I come here to join her to study my Master of Commerce of Information Technology to save my family some money. It doesn't make sense, to have two child, one in Brisbane and one in New Zealand. You got to support 2 rents, and doesn't make sense in our parents. And we are from a Chinese background. Our parents still pay for all our education. Okay, even we are over 18, they still pay for our education. So in order to save money, I moved to Brisbane, and I fall in love into Brisbane immediately because all the shops in Auckland back 30 years ago all closed by like 4:30 p.m., 5 p.m. at latest. Okay, there's nothing to do. I remember that when I immigrated to New Zealand when I was young, the first day I tried to buy some pencils to write my homework. And it was 5 o'clock. By the time we get to the store, all the stores closed. I can't even buy a pencil. Okay, I can't even buy a pencil in the supermarket. Okay, we end up like finding one maybe in the petrol station or whatever that's running more late. But New Zealand is much better. Auckland is much better now. I think they have 24-hour supermarkets as well now, and the stores are open much more late now in today's age. But when I was really young, a long time ago, New Zealand, all the stores closed really early. Okay, and so I love Brisbane because it's not just a beautiful city with a beautiful culture. It's also so close to Gold Coast, one of the best, like the top 3 most beautiful white sand beach along and with over 10 kilometers of coastline. So it's not crowded. You can 10 kilometers, man. You can find an uncrowded space. You don't have to go to the crowded spot, and you can enjoy the white sand, the beautiful beach,
which is my favorite. Beach is my favorite. For free, nothing to pay. Okay, so I think I've been to so many cities in my life. This is my favorite city right here, Brisbane in Australia. And so I expect after 12 months, I graduated from Master of Commerce in University of Queensland. It took me 6 months to find my first job. I work in Telstra as a business analyst for a year in the biggest telco here in Australia. But after 1 year, I quit because I don't think big corporations something that fits me. I only stayed because the politics of China and Taiwan was really intense. That there's a lot of rumors that China might attack Taiwan at the time, and my parents won't allow me to go back to Taiwan. That's why I stayed in Australia. The only reason. Otherwise, by the day I graduate, I would jump on a plane and go back to Taiwan and start my first business. So it took me a year and a half here in Australia to delay that plan. By the time I was 21 or 22, I went back to Taiwan, started my first business called h2ocity.com.tw. For those of you who know Chinese, it's called 水都多媒体. 水都多媒体. You can still find us on YouTube. There's 2 videos. One is actually saying the great things about us. We had, at the time of a report, he said we have over 4,000 stores. If you buy our membership card or discount card, it can be our card or co-branded cards like the one we had with 7-Eleven, Family Mart, things like that. You can use the same card with our logo to go to 400 different stores and achieve a member discount with just one card that can be used over 4,000 different stores. That's a positive one. We also have a negative YouTube news story, and that was actually one of the main reasons my business corrupt. In the news article, it says possible fraud, h2ocity.com.tw. Okay, it says when people call those 4,000 businesses, some of the business said, no, we don't work with business like H2O City. I don't know about the discount because at the time, phone technology, we don't have smartphones, we only have internet. And a lot of our partners, even though they already signed a contract, they are supposed to train all their employees and have a poster or a DM somewhere, a sign on their checkout counter saying this is the discount, this is the logo that from h2ocity.com or .com.tw to apply for the discount. A lot of Taiwanese, they don't really obey the law, to be honest, especially business owners, okay? When they sign a contract, a lot of people just forget about it the next day. So they don't tell their employees, and then their employees say, oh, okay, there's no discount, and the problem ceased. The only solution we had at the time was if a customer runs into a problem, they can ring us in business hours, and we'll try to reach the business owner right away and try to get it solved. But a lot of people don't reach to us. It's like 99% of people, when they run into a problem, they think, oh, this car is rubbish, throw it away. And they don't really call our support. And they don't even know we offer a no question ask refund. So if they're not happy with the car, they can just call us, ask for a refund. And we refund it without any questions asked. But the news article, some people, reporters, they don't like to report any positive stuff. It doesn't get them any views. So they choose to use a different angle, say possible fraud. Okay, they don't even say fraud. So they really know that if they say fraud for certain, they will get them into trouble, legal trouble. So they use possible fraud, h2c.com.tw. And that was one of the crises I had in my young life. But I already told you the end story, okay, in the earlier part of this video. I overcome that crisis. I enjoyed a lot of business partners, like 20 of them to join my company as business partners. Some of them are lazy, not doing anything, lying about their reports. And then soon the other partners find out and say, why is he getting a salary? Why I'm getting a salary? He's doing nothing. I'm doing everything. Why should I, put all the hard work into the business? And soon everyone everyone become lazy, even myself. Okay, I no longer have a heart to work in this organization, and the organization just fall apart within a few years. Okay, so that's my first. That's actually not my first entrepreneurship. When I was 16, I started my first entrepreneurship in New Zealand with my friend in childhood. We had a company that fixes computer for people. Okay, when we were 16, we do it for fun, and we actually make some really good pocket money. That's our first business. That's my first business. And then when I was 16, I found out about internet, and I found a new tool called Netscape Navigator. It was the first and most powerful uh, web website editor that is design based, like not drag and drop, but it has like an interface that you can design websites so easily without coding at all. So you don't need to understand HTML codes, which is what 99.9% people were doing, designing a website based on coding HTML codes. That the smart people, the 0.1%, use Netscape Gold to design the web pages. And the first page I built was called 玩乐天堂 and 交友天地, first two pages. And 交友天地, which means make friend zone, actually was still in, if you can search yam.com, yam.com, it was the number one internet portal by the time 1996. In season 2 of its rankings, the most hot site ranking, 交友天地, the one that I built, was actually the number 1 in the list. It says a brackets no longer exists, but the record is still on the internet. If you want to find out, if you are too bored, if you want to search everything about me, yeah, you can do it. There's a lot of evidence in the internet. So after the failure of h2ocity.com.tw, finally I did some jobs here and then. I was a business consultant for a few companies. Some clients just love me so much they decide even I leave the company and the company was bankrupt, they still want to hire me as a business consultant. So I was living like a zombie for many years. And I met my wife Grace, who is from China. I was so blessed that she has the most beautiful heart that I've ever met in a person. She has such a good personality and high IEQ. I may have a high IQ, but my EQ is so low that she told me so many things about how to handle different situations and different scenarios. She actually upgraded my EQ into EQ 2.0. Okay, so we had a joke that I'm now Ray Lian 2.0. A much better husband than Radiant 1.0, which was a terrible husband. And she was so grateful that she forgave me for everything I did wrong and treat her like shit. I was a really, what's the term? Really manhood, I'm the man of the house. You have to listen to me. That kind of type of husband who